I need to take a shower too. Ooh. Welcome, it's finished Voltron. Yeah. Here we go. Return to Tabletop Island. Bernardo's here with me. We were talking, and why not do a show here? Welcome to Vintage Voltron, the show that 5 people watch consistently every time we do. All right, so I am ready to show. Where is it? Where's my window? I'm ready to show this. We're going to talk about a few things. First off, I'm still the champ. Still the champ. Twilight Imperium. Another
You
round
got to
play.
Photoshop
Very
your
close
face as
game.
the lion.
Say what?
So we got to Photoshop your face as the lion.
I'm telling. I know. I'm the king. The king remains king. I was playing with the original race I played the very first time I played the game and lost. And so it was almost like a little bit of redemption. But this was the only game, and I told Bernardo how I won, but this was the only game, no battles the entire time. It was a game of a lot of first. One person held Mechatol Rex the whole time. It was not me. I created a War Sun, which I have not done in years because I'm just not that. I'm not the battle guy. But I was a warrior race, so as a red herring, I built up my fleet and got War Suns and everything, and just traveled around the board. Everyone moved away from me, and I would take some of their plants, they would take some of mine, but there was no war. We didn't realize that till after we were picking up, and then someone said, "Did anyone fight?" And I went, there wasn't a fight, and there always is war in Twilight Imperium, but not this run. Um, it was a very close game. It almost came down to a tiebreaker, but thankfully I pulled it out because I would have lost the tiebreaker. And my nephew knew it. My nephew is much, much better. Everyone's game is right up there now. So any day, any game, the next game could be the next one I lose. I eventually it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen, but right now, king remains king. It's a rush. It's so much. In fact, I did think I was going to. I was like, oh my gosh, if we tie, he wins. I was like, oh no, I am in trouble. I'm going to lose this game. Every time I think, am I losing? I've even sent you pictures before. Remember when I said I'm going to lose?
Oh yeah, and then
And
you
then
won.
and then I win. My best win is probably still that time because I thought for sure he had Mechatol Rex, he had number 8. Once he claims that 10th point, game's over. We don't go to the end of the round. Game's over. And I convinced everyone to exhaust their fleets and attack him. He had such a big army on Mechatol Rex, but one fleet destroyed, weakened him, destroyed them. Then another fleet pounded him down, and he was down to nothing. He did defeat that other fleet, and then the third fleet attacked him, and that was it. And then I won after having them do the dirty work because they got greedy, man. They didn't want him to win, but they didn't think I had a chance to win, and I did. So man, oh man. And that one is tied for another time when everyone attacked me at the same time and they almost erased me from the board. But I was the gene splicers, and every time someone attacks you, you get their special, ability. And I realized everyone on the board had attacked me, and I had everyone's special ability, and I became all powerful. I mean, it was just too much power to consume, and I ended up winning the game. When they were teamed up against me, that was the one race that you couldn't have done it against. But I mean, and we randomly select our races. We never pick. I never let them choose. So king remains king. How long? May not be, but I'm going to play it. Well, I think I played it 4 times so far this year. Our record is 10, which was a year or so ago. Record was 10. And one, I mean, most people play this once a year. So I'm very fortunate to play it 4 times this year. And I know I'm definitely going to play it around I'd love to get a 4th of July game going on, but I don't know what anyone's plans are for 4th of July, but I would love to get another game going, but we'll see. Anyway, king remains king. Moving on. DC United. I'm backing it. Are you back? No, Bernard's not backing it.
No, I do like DC more, so it was tempting, but I just know games like that I've been doing a lot better, and you probably want to change your slides so we see what that pretty thing looks like. Your slide.
Well,
We only see Twilight still.
oh no. Oh, this is what it did last time. Boo. Boo. All right, stop and sharing. That's so sad. That's so sad. I remember that. You
But
can't share your screen on this. It
mm,
won't allow you. That's so sad. Because when I hit share, present, share screen. Hold on, let me see if I can hit slides. Nope. Because when I go to present screen, you can't see it then. That is a shame. Hello, Melissa. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I go to share screen. And it does. I show window. Oh, maybe if I share my entire screen. That would be terrible. But maybe then you would see it.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. So there now can you see DC United?
Yep.
Okay. So here you go. Are you ready? Things I want. We talked about this one. We want Wonder Dog, Marv, and Wendy.
Wonder
We want
Dog.
it. We want to see him from the old Super Friends cartoon. I highly doubt they will be here. That's one I highly doubt. The next one I think will happen, but I'm adding in something else in there. It has to have the Wonder Twins and Gleek the Blue Monkey. I think they'll do the Wonder Twins. I don't know if they'll do Gleek.
I'm gonna crack up if they do Gleek. That's so funny.
I would love to have the Blue Monkey in there too.
That's so funny.
He serves no purpose whatsoever. He was comedic. I don't think he even had a superpower back then. But I'd love to see Gleek with the Wonder Twins. I don't think we'll get to see that. I think it would be phantasmic if we could, but I don't think we will. Number 3, I want to see a Nightfall scenario. Like, have you played Marvel United?
I have not, no.
Okay, there's a Sinister Six scenario, which is awesome. Spider-Man is trying to defeat 6 villains at the same time. Well, Batman in Nightfall, he defeats several villains at the same time and then fights Bane at the end. I'd love to see a scenario where you could mix and match what other characters Batman has to fight off before he fights Bane. There's a good possibility that could happen. I think that'll be. I think that one. I think Reign of the Superman, which is a Superman spinoff where there were 4 different Superman at one time. I think that's a guarantee.
Bizarro would be so sick. Oh my god!
They're going to make a Bizarro. Basically almost every A-list and B-list Batman villain will be there, unless they're going to do a Batman series later on. Remember, they could always spin
League. Yeah, they could do Justice League. Obviously, that'd be tight.
I think this first one is kind of like a Justice League.
Looks like
the base series would be, but I bet Superman gets a Reign of the Superman. It's 4 characters, which is a 4-player game with different villains. You can put different villains in it. Batman's definitely going to get his own spinoffs. Eventually, I don't think it'll be this one, but another one will be the Gotham City Police Department, so GCPD, with Harvey Dent and Montoya and Gordon and someone else, be just police people. I know eventually they're going to do that, probably for a second wave or third wave, but I think a Nightfall scenario would be cool because I think they're going to have the Batman, the Azrael Batman with the claws in it and stuff like that. And put a few. There's tons of Batman villains and stuff. Like, I can't wait to see the Riddler. I know he's going to be in it.
Teen Titans. Let's get them.
There'll be a Teen Titans for even those Cyborg's in this base set, and Robin will probably be in a Batman set. But you still got Beast Boy. What's her name? Firestar. What's the girl's name?
Starfire.
Yeah, Starfire.
Raven.
Raven and hold on. There's another one in that set they can add without putting Cyborg and Robin. And I can't remember. They can take Wonder Woman's girl. Her apprentice is in there too. I can't remember what her name is. But anyway, so they could do Teen Titans too. Or do a different type Robin. Remember, there's like 5 different Robins out there. There's so many things they're going to do with this. It's going to be awesome. Darkseid is in the base game, but you could even have an Apocalypse one with all of Darkseid's minions on it. I don't know. The possibility. There's going to be a Green Lantern scenario, I bet, where maybe he's the evil Green. When Green Lantern turned bad, it's called Emerald Twilight. I bet there'll be a spinoff for Green Lantern Emerald Twilight where he's kind of gone evil. He's Parallax, I think was his name, and he's destroying every one of the Green Lantern Corps. There's definitely going to be a Green Lantern Corps game.
Yeah, there's going to be Mazaz maybe if they want to do the Bizarro world.
Yep, Aquaman's going to have his own spinoff too. The Atlanteans or whatnot, and it's going to have some classic villains. It's probably going to have Merida, Aqua Lad was his name, and I'm sure there's another Aqua person I'm missing. Aquaman will be a different version. There's different versions of Aquaman, Batman.
What? I'm excited thinking about these.
Yeah, there's gonna be different versions of Batman that are gonna be out, different versions of Superman, Wonder Woman. I mean, it's
Chibi
just gonna
Batman.
be, it's gonna be all. Yeah, Nightwing will be on there. There's so many. I'm excited. Like Plastic Man, you know, I'm sure he'll be in there. He'll be part of the extra
Clayface. Yeah,
figure
stuff like
box.
that. Yeah.
But I can't wait because already I saw what they're doing with the Flash. He's not going to be a regular Quicksilver from the Marvel. They're going to give him more abilities. They're going to give him because he has something he can charge up. The faster, the more he charges up, the more powerful he is when you move him. And I love that. I love that they're thinking these characters have some of the same powers that Marvel had. You know, Marvel and DC had the same version of their hero. So Spin Master and Simon are thinking, how can I make this different?
So it forces people to want both.
I know, and suppose, and I told you this, but just to let everyone know, if you're reading the designer diaries, you already know this. But the reason why weapons are being introduced in Marvel Multiverse is because they were actually working on DC United, and someone came up with weapons for Batman, and they said that's a great mechanic. Let's put it in Marvel. So they put it in their Marvel game. But it started with them writing out stuff for Batman. But it's just going to be an awesome game. I almost put vehicles on here, but I don't know how that would work. Like, wouldn't it be awesome to drive around the Batmobile and go to any space?
Is that just not the only vehicle though that anyone would want?
I mean, Wonder Woman has her invisible jet, but mainly Batman is the vehicle guy. I mean, Blue Beetle has his Blue Beetle bug. Oh, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold are definitely going to be in it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got an exclusive for you here. I'm holding Wonder Woman's vehicle right here.
The invisible, yeah, the invisible jet. There it is, right
It's
there.
right
Nice. Be careful with that. Be
yeah.
careful with that. But it's gonna be great. My last one I put down, and this I am positive this will not be introduced in the first one, but as they do these in waves, I'm almost positive maybe the third wave, because I even think the second wave they'll go into more DC. But DC bought another Image. It was owned by Image. Now it's owned by DC. It's called Wildstorm, and it's a whole nother genre of heroes that I grew up reading from Image, but now DC owns it, and they could do this whole It's Wildcats. That's a popular brand. Gen 13, Wetworks, Stormwatch. There's a bit. They could do their own series. They could have a DC United Wildstorm series, and it's not as popular as X Men, but I think it would have the following where people would want it. And this would be like a third wave tier probably down the line. But I really hope they get it.
They could do Doom Patrol too. I forgot about them. There's so many.
There's so many things they could put in here. So many. I mean, because I mean, you want to look at just. I mean, Jonah Hex. I kind of hope I should have put him down here. I think maybe he could be a character. I think he will, because he's kind of random, but he's. I used to follow him a long time ago. Fire. Oh, what's his name? That got the flame on his head. Oh my gosh, Firestorm. I loved him, and I have a feeling he may be an individual character they'll put in the box. Of course, every Batman villain I want. There's just so many. There's so much they could do, and I'll just be excited to see when it all rolls out. Now, moving on. I talked about this with Bernardo. I will keep it short and sweet, but Simon late on delivery for Multiverse. I don't mind. I'm not complaining. They're awesome. My multiverse will come in next month. I'll play it. I can't wait to play it. But all the other Kickstarters I have, I don't know when the Dice Tower releases their stuff. It seems like they should have released it by now or July. Maybe it's later, but it seems around Gen Con they always release it before Gen Con. But since Gen Con's what, next weekend, this weekend, I don't know when Gen Con is. Do you know?
It is in
July.
Yeah, it's the last week I think of July.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they'll send it into July. I have a feeling they usually send this stuff out before Gen Con. But either way, that just has 2 Marvel United promo decks that I want. And what else do I have? I got that Unknown Planet, or is it called Unknown Planet or Planet X? I can't remember. I backed it, a new thing on Kickstarter with a new expansion. I like the base game. I almost bought it. Then I realized a billion were for where you couldn't find any for sale. Now everyone's selling them, and that tells you there's something coming out on Kickstarter. So I checked Kickstarter, and sure enough, I backed it. So it's coming out end of this year, though. And so is, of course, one of our favorites, which is going to be I'm getting the Maximum Chrome
Thunder
edition of
Road.
Thunder
Yeah.
Road, but Carnival of Chaos, it's just a circle, right?
Yeah.
You're driving around, so you lead the roads lead to that circle, and you can drive around and spin off or to stay in that circle. I mean, it's just more chaos. Which you love this game. You've played this game, and
It's
I did
great.
not get it. The first time it was on Kickstarter, I was having babies and I couldn't deal with it right now, and I missed out. So this time, all in, can't wait. That's coming out into this year too.
This is all I got coming August.
What
Worms,
you
the
got?
board game.
That's
Worms.
it. What else you got coming out? Kickstarter.
That's it. Just
That's
Worms, Carnival. That's it. Yeah, I
just
haven't.
Thunder Road. You have one Kickstarter left.
Yeah, and Worms.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I just mentioned I had 4 outstanding, and I will get DC United. And by the end of this year, all 4 should wrap up. But I have ever since I backed. I can't remember what my first Kickstarter. I think it was the Three Little Pigs one. What's that called? I can't remember. Anyway, that was the first one I backed. And I have always had a Kickstarter since then, or some crowdfunder back.
I was
And
definitely on the same boat. But who
yeah,
knows? I mean, when
but you if you only have one more left, that's wild. But I have 4. I'm about to add a 5th one. But all those other 4 are going away this year, and there is nothing else. I say that there could be, but I'm still and at the very lowest, I've always had one Kickstarter out. So I don't know. One day I'll be maybe free of Kickstarter, but I'm still not. Still not. And that last one, that Unknown Planet, that kind of hit me from behind. I didn't know they were doing one. And there's a few that I've been shown that look interesting, but I'm just not doing Kickstarter that much. I'm just not going to do, or what's the other one called? Games Found. I'm not going to do that much.
yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
game found. You just hit the head on the nail here. Hold on. Let me see what I got
good
here.
morning. Good morning, Kelly. I tried to. For some reason, your email isn't popping up. So hold on. We're gonna get Kelly on here if he wants to join.
Yeah. I will
I'm
be
going
on
to send.
for a little bit longer. So hopefully Kelly does join so y'all can swap me because I'm going to the mall in a few.
Kelly, email me there, and I'll send you the link. For some reason, I thought I had your email. I can't find it. Like when I type in your name, it's not popping up. It could be it's not my address book, but I thought Google automatically added that kind of stuff. Just hit
So,
me another email, and I'll send you an invite.
oh my
But yeah,
gosh, you know what I
what you got on
haven't
Games Found?
you know what I haven't received yet? I gotta send him an email again.
Oh, you're missing something.
I haven't received Firefly yet.
That's delivered.
Yeah, I know.
You need to reach out to him. What happened?
Ew, I sent them an email prior. The
Send him another one.
yeah, I need to do that while I remember
Yeah,
actually.
all those got sent out by end of May, 1st of June, I think. You're a month
Yeah.
behind now.
Well, I got an
Now
email
they
saying
did
that
say that certain people didn't have verification or whatnot, so maybe that was it. But that was the last I checked. Now I was one of the last people to get it though too. I was pissed. All right, thank you. I don't know why I don't. For some reason, your email wasn't pulling up. Gotcha. Gotcha. Coming your way. Copy.
I still have
Copy it. And respond. Boom. Responded. Come on and join. Yeah, but you gotta get that Firefly. I played it. I played with the expansion. It's fine. I played with the extra ship. The extra ship is nice. It's nothing special. It was nice. I probably wouldn't play with it again. I mean, it's not my first choice, but I played with it. Usually I let everyone pick a ship, but I said, hey guys, you can pick any ship you want, but I want this one. But no one really wanted that one, so I was like, okay, I just want it because it's new. It's not like super special or anything. But we played it, and it's fun. I still love Firefly. It's hard to get the jobs, the devious jobs from what's her name, Saffron. I mean, because she's hard to get. Even though they've made more of her characters and put them in the decks, you still got to find her before you can utilize her missions. But I'm getting tired. The game, the last few times I played it, it's kind of ticked me off because my friends aren't playing it right. I say not playing it right. They're playing it how they want to, but some of them refuse to use fuel because they get aggravated because as you're traveling across the board, you may have an event that stops you, even though you don't want to stop. And so you just wasted a fuel, and instead of going 5 spaces, you only moved 2 and broke down, or you had to stop because of an inspections check. And so they hate that. But if you mosey, you get to go 1 square, and then nothing happens. So they were moving super slow around the galaxy, and I won. I never win this game, and I won. And then we played again just recently, and they refused to get crew, and they were trying to do these jobs that were what like it required like several. It was super hard. You need a crew, and I kept telling them that. I said, guys, you need a crew, but they just wanted to get the big money all for themselves. And they spent a million turns until they finally lucked out and got through. But by that time, they had made their little $4,000. I was already halfway to victory, and I never win. I never win at this game, and yet I've won twice this year, and that is more than the past 3 years combined in wins. I don't think I won. I won once last year. In the 2 years previous to that, I haven't won. I never win the game. It's not bad, but I always spend my money on upgrades and getting more crew and getting more nice, shiny stuff. And by the time the game's over, I have the most unstoppable ship, right? The most unstoppable crew and everything. But by then, someone's won the game. And that's how it should be. You shouldn't be able to, if you spend all that money upgrading everything, you're going to lose, especially the way we play. There's different scenarios too, but the scenario we play is you get $15,000, which is one of the base ways to win the game. But I spend all that money, and I'll have like 8, 9, 10,000. I'm getting close, but I don't. And maybe I'm one shipment away from winning, but because I spent so much money and they didn't, that you can still win the game. But they were just trying to go super cheap the last time we played.
Yeah.
Do you have to go?
Yeah, I got to bounce.
Go. No, go. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Kelly should be joining you. They sent an email, so if you haven't checked your email, check it.
I just told him. He sent one. I responded back with the link. So
he's
probably getting things set up. But you can go. Thanks for joining.
Heck yeah.
See ya. Bye.
I'll show you in the comments.
Please do. Oh, and here he comes. Hold on. You want to say, Bernardo just. I mean, as you were coming on, he was logging off. That's amazing. That is a super amazing. Are those games?
Oh yeah, those are games.
Hold on, I gotta blow this up here. Look at that collection.
I might come.
Wow. Wow, that is nice. Holy crow, that is a nice collection there.
Oh, I probably have to mute something, don't I?
I don't think I'm hearing you fine.
Okay, I just hear you.
Oh, my you. Yeah, you got to close out the YouTube channel.
Yeah. I've got it going.
Yeah. How are you?
Good. I guess I'll get you back in focus.
That is so funny that Bernardo was waiting for you in the moment.
I know.
I mean, it was like perfect switch there. I even tried to call at him as he was hitting exit.
I was trying to get things set up.
That's why I told him. I said he's probably getting things set up, so give him a minute.
Yeah, I've never used StreamYard before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little different. Once you get used to it, it works. So, same question that I asked Bernardo earlier. Are there any crowdfunding that you are looking at right now or getting or waiting on?
There's always several I'm waiting on. Let me see what's currently out there.
Yeah, I want to hear.
Let's see. Currently, got to look at it all.
I know. Yeah. Bernardo was looking at his.
Some of the tiny epics. I have a lot of those, the little tiny boxes.
Yep.
I like those. I've got World Spanner Factions, which is Duel of Ages. There's a Duel of Ages somewhere over there, but they renamed it and kind of updated it a little bit.
Oh, okay. I know Duel of Ages, but I didn't know they'd rebranded it and whatnot.
Yeah, they apparently there's some copyright thing, and so the new name for it is World Spanner Factions.
Yeah, that's what they did for the Age of Empires board game. They lost the rights to the name, so now they call it Empire's Age of Discovery. It's the same game, basically.
Yep.
They just Eagle Griffin Games just either didn't want to pay for those rights anymore or thought the IP is kind of dead. Like what's their names? Oh, get out of here. I'm so bad with this now. Gale Force 9. Gale Force 9 dropped the rights to Spartacus, the TV show, and then reprinted Spartacus just as its own game. But just because they didn't want to keep the TV show rights, it's not worth it. I get that. Now, to them, they said that the TV show is so old that people don't remember it, and why not just reprint the regular base? But the problem they did is they didn't, or they haven't yet, reprinted the expansions, and people are looking for those. There's one expansion that's super hard to find, and I've gotten 2 requests on BGG saying, would you be interested in selling your copy? No, it's one of my favorite games of all time. Right. No, I'm not going to sell that game. And we played that one recently. My nephew, because my nephews, they don't play that many, but they always will play Spartacus. They love Spartacus. And so we played it. We had a fun time. It was my nephew was spinning up to the, that's the thing I love about this. Whoever gains the most momentum, everyone starts playing cards against them.
Oh, right.
But then eventually, it's like tug of war. Eventually, too many people are going to be, up to the top, and someone's going to eventually win out. And it happened to be me. I sped right past him, and they couldn't stop me at the end. But that's still a fun game. But that one with the expansion went out. So what? All right. So Tiny Epic, and then the reprint of Dual Ages. What else?
Dragons Down. That's not a reprint, but a update of Magic Realm. So that's an old 70s game. So I think it's somewhere else. It's not that behind me, but
Dragons Down.
Dragons Down. Yeah, these are all Kickstarter. So these are all of these. The Tiny Epics aren't, but all of these others are like updates of really old games. So Divine Right's in there. It's an old game. Actually, that poster is Divine Right's map up there.
Yeah, here it is.
So that game, it looks like it's pretty true to what Magic Realm was, where you have these, they're not hexes, but you have these little tiles that you lay down for the map and create a new world every time. And you're there's like 18 heroes you can choose from. And it's more of a adventure type game, open world type adventure.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, it's got the little hexagon tiles. Yeah. Oh, look at this,
guys! And those little clearings are all the places you can adventure per tile, and they have each. Mountains might have a certain thing in them. You get these sound warnings of like, hey, there's something that's rustling here, or there's something.
Shut up! That's great.
So it's an old style game. They're trying to update it to make it a little more modern.
Current. Look at those dice, though. That's fun.
Yeah, that wasn't the original. Were not dice. Just 6-sided dice, but regular DC.
Yeah.
So
look at this.
I've always got some number out there.
Did you get the metal coins? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you got to get the.
You have to get the metal coins.
Yeah, I call it the clinkety clink. My oldest nephew, makes so much fun of me. He went, "You bought it because of metal coins, didn't you?" I said, "I have to get metal coins. You have to." I've been upgrading. I got what is that dungeon? Lords of Waterdeep.
Oh yeah.
I finally bought the they use the D&D coinage. I finally bought the metal coins to replace my cardboard ones, and I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. It's so much better with metal.
Yes, there's another Orleans. That game, I have the metal coins for that, and it just makes it better.
It makes it better. I have the
metal.
Metal
have wooden tokens versus cardboard tokens.
Yeah, I got the metal. Even though Fresco doesn't have metal coins, I bought some cheap ones on Amazon because I want to have a little bit of heft. I want to have some metal on it. And there's one other game that I want to upgrade with metal coin. Nobleman. I want to get Nobleman. I'm like the only person on BGG that loves this game, but I want to upgrade it with metal coins because I feel like you're Nobleman. You need to. I don't need to be paying with cardboard. What is this? Only peasants pay with cardboard.
Exactly.
All right. What else on Kickstarter?
Give me another one. There. Those are all the ones that I have out on Kickstarter.
Okay. Nice. So that's 3 total. Yeah.
Well, there were two tiny epics, so there's two at a
Two
time
tiny
on that.
epics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Bernardo, the moment you were signed off, he was coming in. Like
Yes.
literally, it was the transition was like it's almost like you're the same. It's like Clark Kent, Superman.
Right.
Now that Clark Kent's gone, Superman is here. It's like, are y'all the same? The people are going to be saying, are y'all the same person? Just without, you took off Bernardo's wig. Spartacus in the same game. Yeah. Oh no, Spartacus is another game that we love. And Bernardo showed me where you can get metal coins. Because Roman metal coins are everywhere.
Oh,
And
sure.
the metal coins, you're right, Bernardo. The metal coins make Spartacus. I mean, everything. The metal makes it better. And he cut out and made his own Coliseum that overlays over the board. So they're playing in, and he painted the bloody arena. He painted all his figures. I mean, he's got this epic Spartacus game that I'm going to go up to Baltimore and steal one day. I mean, borrow.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to steal it. I'm going to steal it. But it is an epic guy. It's so epic. And it's one of his favorite games and one of my favorite games too. But like you said, it's not much. It's you're playing cards against other players. Then you're doing an auction round, blind auction, open your hand, whoever's the biggest one wins. And then you're doing a fight. You're choosing two people to fight, and you're betting on who you think the winner will be. And then you're rolling die. I mean, it's kind of, the simple mechanism, the simple game, but it's super fun. It is super fun. Yeah. So another question, since we have you on here, what game are you most dominant in? What would you say is the game you're like, man, this is the one I dominate in? You win the most.
So I think, like, if I'm thinking of all the games that we play, often Couriers is the one I win the most. So that's a dice building game.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably win it the most often, although not all the time, but most often. Most of the time, though, I'm playing with like my children. So
yeah, I know.
Although they're
playing with of course, I was talking earlier. Twilight Imperium is the one that don't come to the table disappointed because I'm probably going to win. I'm pretty good, but everyone I'm playing against, my nephews, everyone's just getting better and better, and it's coming up to where it's getting close.
Right.
But I had my nephew's friends over, and they sit around the table, and we said, guys, we're playing something different today. We're not going to play Twilight Imperium. We're going to play a few other games. And they beat me, and they went, we just beat Matt. And I went, yes. I lose at a lot of these games. And then they beat me again. Like, we beat him again. And I was like, yes, guys, this isn't Twilight Imperium. You can beat me at other games. I am beatable. In fact, last night, some friends from my old game group came over, and they won. He and his wife won every single game.
Oh,
and they're like, did you not win a game tonight? And I went, no, I didn't. I don't all. It feels like I win a lot, but I don't. And that's fine because I have. Oh yeah, he hears good things about Couriers.
It's an older game. It shows up on Facebook a lot now, at least on my Facebook, as they've got a ultimate collection kit kind of thing going on with it.
Do you have Island of El Dorado?
Island of El Dorado? No.
No, it's kind of like, and correct me if I'm wrong. Bernardo will. It's like Catan, but with a few different rules. Like it seems like it's building, houses and whatnot. And let me ask you: do you have Terra Mystica?
Yes, it's right over here, right over there.
How is that?
So it's a heavier game, but there's so many different things you can do at one time. Like it's a really cool strategy game. I like it. I've
recently been looking at it.
It is heavier.
Yeah, no, I see that. I like that. When you're putting pieces on the board, you're getting more income at the end of every round, depending on how many empty spots you have. And as you're upgrading those buildings, you're losing those things there, which I think there's another game I had. Well, there's several games I have that do that. But one of the first games I saw that with for me was a game called Coney Island, which did that. The more acts you had on the board, the more income you were getting, but you weren't scoring points. You had to upgrade to score the points, which I thought was interesting. But so that being said, what's a game? So there's tons of games. I just was telling him Firefly, one of my favorite games.
Oh yeah.
I should be. I've won every time we played it this year, which is so. I mean, I've won more this year than the past 3 years combined. Okay, playing this game. That's because everyone is not playing it, and I tell them, I say, guys, you're playing this wrong. Don't do this. But I end up winning. Is there a game that you love but you don't win that much at?
Oh, I am sure there is. Let me think.
Yeah, you have to look. You have to look at the collection. That's what I do.
And see what are the ones that I don't win at. So a lot of what we've been playing lately are co-ops. So we win or lose together kind of thing.
What co-ops do you like?
Well, I like the Return to Dark Tower. I like that.
Good.
Descent.
Bernardo's excited because we're going to play that one together.
The co-op version of Orleans. I like that.
I have never. I have that one. I've never played the co-op version.
Oh, it's actually really. So it's good if you have an unbalanced group, like where somebody already knows the game and you've got people that don't really know the game. And so it's a good way to get the people who don't know the game up to speed for the competitive game.
Wow. And yep. Bernardo, yes, when I brought those guys over the other day, we played Project Elite. That was our co-op fix, and they wanted to play Escape. And that's the next time they come over, we're going to play through all the Escapes.
I don't know if I know Escape. Is it you're talking about like the exit games or
Escape? No. Escape is the Queen game.
Okay.
It's Escape the Temple or whatever, and then there's Escape Zombie City. But the Temple one is what he's talking about, and Escape Queen games, and it's like an Indiana Jones type one, but it's real. You're throwing dice.
Oh,
shoot, maybe I'll bring that one when we meet up. I'll bring Escape because it's a time game. You're chucking dice as fast as you can and trying to do different things around the board.
Oh, okay. So it's not
it's really it's not turn based. Everyone's rolling dice furiously to get certain symbols, to move your character, to do certain things, because you're trying to get rid of these gems. The more you can get rid of in the first two, it's a 10-minute game. There it is. Yeah, that's right. Every game is 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Or less, because you have these rounds that only last X amount of minutes. And so the music will tell you because you have to return back to your pad. If you don't, you lose a die permanently in the game. So you have to explore and then run back, explore and then run back some more, and then explore and then find the exit and win. And wow. It's very fun. It's live action dice rolling, but super fun. Everyone loves playing it. Zombie City, in my opinion, is a lot harder. But I do love it. But I do want to play the Escape the Temple, which is the one Bernardo's talking about, because I do love that one. And Bernardo, they wanted to play that, but they wanted to play through Project Elite. I went, you get one co-op. I said, we'll play one co-op because I got some other games I want to play. I love co-op, but my old group, Kelly, hated co-op.
Really? Yeah.
They like fighting against each other, and that's fine. But the other thing is, one girl said, well, everyone just tells me what to do. I just let everyone tell me what to do. Well, that's no fun.
Yeah, no.
But it's the person who goes, well, y'all go ahead and decide. Just tell me what to do. Well, I don't want that. I get that. That's no fun for you.
Yeah.
But it should be a collaborative thing. Project Elite, you're sitting there. That's another live action rolling game. You're not telling anyone what to do in live action because you're just like, go. Everyone's running. But we kind of sit there and strategize, and that's what you do in Escape. In between the rounds, you're like, okay, I got this. I'll go here. You go up here. You come, and then we're yelling at each other. Kelly, come over here. Come over. I need help. And you're okay. I'm moving. Okay, move back. Everyone's yelling at each other. It's so much fun.
So have you done Space Alert or XCOM? Those kind of.
I have played XCOM before.
Yeah.
I have not played Space Alert. I know what you're talking about.
Dark Tower, you can't just run around in, but it is co-op.
So. Yeah, it is. Well, a lot of this co-op, but the Orleans one, I have it. I bought it years ago, and we use the extra player board for the base game. I use that every time now. But the co-op version, I looked at it and I went, I know, because my old game group did not like co-ops. And I got rid of a ton of co-ops. Like the only ones I kept, I kept the Escapes, Project Elite, and the Fire game. Dadgummit. Why do I keep looking at the where is it? Flashpoint.
Oh, right.
which I love. I love that one. I refuse to give that one up. But now I can kind of play it with my girls, even though I do have to be the alpha gamer and tell them what to do. But
Right.
they love firefighters right now.
Oh,
Firefight. They're 5 years old. Firefighters, policemen. They're cool, and so they love playing the firefighter game. And Daddy tells them what to do, and I let them flip over the smoke tile, then remove it, and move their character. And but I do have to alpha game it because they're so young. But at the same time, I love Flashpoint. It's more, and we play a very simple version, obviously, with them. But it's a very thinky game that's so much fun. I didn't. They had the Legacy come out, which is like
yeah.
I don't know if you saw. It was like the spiral bound notebook that you open up to different scenarios. And I thought about getting it because I like Flashpoint, but I thought, nah, I'm good for
Yeah.
right now. I didn't get it, but maybe I should.
Yeah, I haven't done many of the legacy style.
Yeah, I've only done. I don't really usually like Legacy. The one Legacy game I got was the Time Stories.
Oh, yeah.
And have you played those?
I have not played the That's the one. What's it called? It's not the base time stories, right? It's got its own. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh no! You're talking about Revolutions and stuff.
Revolutions.
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, but that's season 2. Yeah,
Oh,
of it.
okay.
But the game kind of lost a lot of steam. People got really mad at the overall storyline and how the last there were. I think there's 9 games in season 1, and there's only 3 games in season 2, and it came out in 2018.
And
So they're not bringing them out much. And I think they're going to, if they do another one, it looks like they're going to just end it because people were so mad at the last game. But to be honest, because it was kind of frustrating, my team figured it out.
oh,
So it's not now. Would it have been frustrating for us? Yes, possibly. So, because in the last one, I'm not going to give anything away. But in the last one, you don't know what your directive is. You think you
oh,
do, but you don't, and the game keeps berating you to get this done. And you don't know what you're supposed to do, and so everyone gets mad, and they felt like that was unfair. But through some random series of events, I was sitting there. We listen. We always play music when we play this game, and we happened to be playing a song. And as I'm humming the song, I sat up in my chair and went, "Wait a minute!" And I said, "Guys, listen to this song." I said, "What is this? And what is that?" And we fit everything together and we figured it out. And I don't want to give it away, but I'm
right.
almost positive they were hoping people would figure it out on their own because the clues are there, just like in every time stories.
Yeah.
But like in every time stories, you get pissed off. People get pissed off when they can't figure something out. Like, I'm missing a card. You're not missing a card. It's not a card. Look at your board or whatnot.
Yes.
There's certain they subvert your expectation, but people get pissed. Like, I can't find item number 32, guys. Item number 32 does not exist. It's here. You're not looking in the right. They did something different, and so you get really mad. And so a lot of people failed the last game, and they thought. And then there's something in the macro story that people, and I admit that it's garbage what they did because the guy had this. He had this great idea, but he didn't know how to end it, and he ends it in the worst way ever. And I mean, it really was shoddy. And so people got turned off by that. And so people stopped buying, the game sales went down. And so they're not pushing as much. But in my opinion, still, even the last game that came out, it's different puzzles every
Oh, yeah.
time. It's different because you got to think about what's the best way to do it. Like the new puzzles they had for the last one were something. And that's the thing. The game always changes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love that. And my buddies, because these moments, some of the best moments in my entire life was playing time stories because we played one and we were playing another one. I realized what the trap was. And I went, guys, because the game is play tested so well that the designers know since you played this game, you're probably
Right.
thinking this. So we're going to do the opposite. And then I realized, guys, wait. And I told them, this is what's going on. And my buddy refused to believe me and was so angry with me. And then when we won, I said, I told you. He went, well, that didn't seem right because don't think about the last game.
Oh.
Don't, because they know what you know. And so they tricked us. And there's so many, and there's times they fooled me too. And
yeah.
I love that. I love it that the game keeps surprising me. I played it through twice because with my memory, I'm going to forget. I always know the ending, but I always forget how to get there. So I'm going to give it a few more years and bring it back out again. Oh, get out of here. Get out of you, hater. Okay, so Kelly, here's a question from Bernardo. Favorite game you feel not many people talk about? Yes, underrated game.
Let's see. So I end up playing a lot of older stuff. So
that's great.
So one of the ones I like that isn't currently popular is Merchant of Venus. So it's a space. Oh, well, actually,
Eric from the Dice Tower. That's his favorite game, isn't it? Eric Young. What's his name? There's a Dice Tower. The guy with the glasses.
Oh, right.
Eric, that's his favorite game, Merchants of Venus.
I have the old version and the newer version.
Yeah.
I think they're great, but nobody really, I don't know. They don't. Maybe they're older
a
little bit.
But besides Eric from the Dice Tower, I've heard no one talk about that game. You're right. But that is still his. Whenever he does his top 100 every couple of years, Merchants of Venus is number one. He loves that game.
Number one, but I really do like it.
He's one that loves it.
Yes.
But Bernardo, for me, hold on. Since you didn't ask me, and I appreciate that. Probably right now, probably the game I love the most that no one talks about. It's right. I just saw it the other day, and I was like, I need it because I want to play it again. Oh, come on, Matt. Where is the stupid game? Okay, well, now I can't find it now that there it is. I know I just saw it the other day. Smurf.
Oh, yeah, I've got that over here.
You've got this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Worst cover ever. Worst cover ever because this looks like a bird.
Yes, not a dragon.
And it's a dragon game. It's a dragon game. Who doesn't love dragons? But you put this on there and they think, oh, yeah. And then you put this. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Nonsense words.
And it's so sad. This is How to Train Your Dragon, the board game. Okay?
Oh, sure. Maybe that's what it was.
This game, I looked at my reviews when I first reviewed it. And I said, good game, not a top 100 game, but a good game. And I was like, you idiot. This is a top 10 game for me now. This is just, no one talks about it. It's so easy to play, but it's so strategic because the worker places are the same except for the tiles. And there's if you have the expansion, there's a billion tiles. The game is always different.
Oh yeah.
And you have to adapt to whatever tiles give you. You have to adapt to and there's different ways to win. I play with the wizards and the rogues from the expansion. We have a house rule though. If you don't have the expansion to it, it's probably worth getting. But the wizards go on a path and they give you like little bonuses. But and a house rule is it says you can always pull your wizard to play, and he's a dragon. He also counts as a dragon, so you can go in dragon spaces. But for me, I said, okay, if you make it through the wizard path, and because once you make it through the path of the wizard, there's nothing to do for that wizard. And the game says you can't deliver him over there. But why not? The game's almost over by that time. So it's kind of like a reward. You get those bonus points, and then you get to move him, you get an extra figure. And I figure that just enhanced the game more. But even the base game alone, in the artwork of all the dragons, there's a rhino-looking dragon. Really cool. The artwork is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. No one talks about this.
No.
It's one of the most fantastic games in my collection. There's a lot of underrated games, but that would probably be my number one. Thank you, Bernardo, for not asking me that question.
Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews Band, right on. Wednesday night is 12. Wednesday night. Oh, 4th of July Eve. See, what Michael likes to do, Kelly, is he likes to, because he has my cell too, and so he'll text me and show me pictures of all the games he's playing, all the fun he's having, because he knows my game group's kind of scattered right now. So yeah, so let me see. How do you block this guy anyway? No, mine is not Monopoly. His is, yes, yours is Island of El Dorado. Bernardo. No one else talks about that game. It looks like a different. I'm not trying to put down Catan. I love Catan. It's like a little version of Catan. It's a little bit more in higher level. Yeah, no, I agree with that. How about
there's an El Dorado game, right?
Say what?
there's an El Dorado, like one that's just named El
Yeah,
Dorado.
there's an El Dorado game.
That's something different then.
Yeah, that's something different. I've heard of Road to El Dorado, I think is what it's called. But his is Island of El Dorado, and it's super cheap. If you want to get like the deluxe edition with all the expansions, you can get it for super. People are just giving the game away for super cheap because I think it is kind of. I'm not saying it's simple because it's bad, but I think it's simple rules like Catan.
Sure. Yeah.
You know how people kind of. I mean, I still love Catan, but people are like, Catan. You know.
Let's move past
like,
that.
let me see. What about Fortran?
Fortran.
I don't know that one.
Well, there's a computer language Fortran.
Love Catan. Yeah, I love Catan too. In fact, Bernard and I have talked about this. I've come this close to getting the 3D versions. I think they look so beautiful. They look so beautiful. And I don't like any spin-offs of Catan. I just like the base game and the expansions, the base expansions for it. But I don't get to play it as much because, of course, I don't have a game group. But the game group I had, one hated the game and the other one loves the game, but they have all the version. They buy tons. That's really that's probably 50% of their collection is Catan and all the spinoffs. You know, so they're a big Catan. So when they come over, they don't want to play Catan. Like last night, I didn't know that the game group had already bought Rajas of the Ganges. I wanted to play it, but they're like, "Oh yeah, we have that game." I was like, "Oh, okay." So we switch out and we had to play something else. We played a second game of Alhambra last night instead, which was fine because they whooped me again at it. Quest to El Dorado and Thief. Yeah, well, wait, that's not Island. That's Thieves of El Dorado is the expansion, right? Tunnel expansion for.
Oh wow.
Oh really? I got the tunnels. Yeah, I got all of them because I went on a Carcassonne. The only thing I don't have besides the little Spiel de Jar or Spiel promos that come out every year, I'm not paying $30 for one tile. No, ever. They had these 2 German tiles that cost like $100 and something bucks. No way am I getting those.
Wow,
but the one of the expansions came with blank tiles, and I'm trying to get my buddy just came back in from Australia, but I'm trying to get him to resize pictures for me because whenever I print it out on my printer, it prints out too big, and I can't get it to print out the size of the tile because I'm stupid. I don't know how to do that, and so I'm hoping he can show me how to do it because I have copies of it, and people have done this. I did just print out it on a little cardstock. Right. And then I'm just going to super glue it to the tiles from the blank game, from the blank tiles from the expansion. And that way I'll have the promos for free.
Oh, yeah.
No, I have tunnels. I have it. I have that one. I have everything but that. I can't remember what it was. And I have it right. Well, I have Mist. I like Mist. It's fine. Did I not block you, Michael? I'm kidding. All right. What 2 German tiles? Hold on. I'll give it to you then. If you can resize it, I'll give it to you, Bernardo. Mr. Fake Promises. Like, Matt, I got a board game mat printout for Spartacus. I'm like, where is it? Still haven't seen it. Let's see. It is called, hold on, I'll get you the name of this. Because I have them. Oh, crap. No, there are 3 tiles. No, it's just the top 2 I need. I don't know, but I got a picture of them. I mean, a good, clear digital picture of them. And it's just 2 tiles that came in a punch-out board. If 2 are Carcassonne, one's for another game, I think. I don't think it's Carcassonne. Or no. It's for a different version of Carcassonne that I don't want. It's like a spin-off version like Stone Age or something. And I don't want that one. I just want the 2 for base Carcassonne. And it doesn't say what the name is. I just have the picture of but it's a good digital copy of it. I'll send it to you, Bernardo. I guess you can look up the tile size. So that's coming to you right after this stream is over. But that's the only one I'm missing. Darmstadt. I think that's it. I think you're right. Yeah. Darmstadt. I think that's what the 2 tiles for Darmstadt. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. It's been a while. But that's the one that I don't – because they cost like $80 each or something. I'm like, screw that. Yeah. I'm not paying that. I'm not going to go ridiculous. Like, I'll drop some money when I feel it's warranted. I don't feel it's warranted to drop $80 for a tile. I don't know. I just don't. But I want them because that's the only thing besides the Spiel promos that come out every year. Again, screw you. I'm not paying $30 a tile for that. They've been doing that since 2010 or whatever, 2008. I don't know. There's tons of them out there. I don't want those. And there's just one little tile. There's nothing special with it. And there's nothing special with Darmstadt. I just kind of want them because that's the only thing outside the Spiel promos that I don't have. But I love Carcassonne too. Are there any modern classics you enjoy, Kelly?
Modern classics. Modern.
I would say a modern classic like Catan, Carcassonne,
Okay.
Ticket to Ride.
A Ticket to Ride's over there. I like it. Okay. It can lead to if with the wrong group though. It can lead to analysis paralysis. Just people sitting there, and
Yeah.
so
And I never, me personally, that is the only one now out of these modern class. Well, no, I don't. Is seven? Let me know in the chat, folks. Is Seven Wonders a modern classic? I feel it kind of is mainstream now.
right. I do like Seven Wonders. Okay.
Everyone loves that's one game I played several times. I've just never gotten into. Ticket to Ride, I played several different versions. I've never gotten into it. My favorite train game is obviously Ultimate Railroads or Russian Railroads.
Oh
It's
yeah, the
it's
Small World.
phenomenal.
What about Small World? Is that a classic? Maybe it's not classic
And
anymore.
I would say that's a modern classic because I think that's something that you see at Walmart, you see at Target, you see. I mean, it's retail, it's big name. I would say so.
The Villainous. That's ultra modern, I
Villainous
guess,
is
compared to these
definitely
others.
that, but I hear a ton of good things about Villainous.
Yeah, I have one of them, and it's a fun game.
If you ever drop another video, I think people's mouths are going to drop open. Bernardo, how you like them apples? Um, that was you. That was you. I should have known that was you. Thank you so much. I could not because I told my wife. I said I know she didn't do this, and she's like, "Who did this?" I was like, "I don't know." I said I have a short list, and I was wondering if someone would have come out and told me. No one tells me. Like it had to be. I thought it was you, but I also had 3 other people who have sent me stuff in the mail before. So thank you for that. And he got me a box of my favorite candy bars, Zeros, king size, which I love. And they're not hard to find. Every once in a while, you'll see them in the grocery store, but you don't see them everywhere. And the thing is, Michael, the only thing I'll give you a tip on candy bars being delivered to Louisiana in the summer. The box that's set out there, it's cool. Some of them have melted. I put them in the freezer. They're all cool. Some are flat because they started to melt in the box. But I am head over heels for those. I love them. Thanks for making me fat. I have not been doing. I had sworn off desserts. I don't do sweets right now, but now I am eating a king size zero bar almost every day. Because I can't help it. I love the zero bars. Like my mom gave me Twinkies. I'm like, I'm not doing sweets right now, and my girls ate them all. So I'm not really doing that much for sweet wise. But I'm off the wagon happily, eating zeros to my heart's delight because I can never say no to a zero. Thank you so much for that. But it was funny because I just said I didn't order anything. I opened, I was like zeros, and I noticed they were melting. I was like, oh no, because they've been out in the hot box sun.
It does not take long.
Yes, yes, you do. Cool. I'll do it. Oh, okay. But no, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna thank you. If you don't know the size, I'll try to find you the size of the tiles. But one of the expansions for Carcassonne came with blank tiles, and I almost threw them away. But then I realized, wait a minute, I can print the promos on these. Sure, we'll put you on one. Sure, man, absolutely. Seven Wonders is a class for sure. Yeah, and here's the thing. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not a good game. I'm not going to be someone that says that. But the thing is, though, I really have tried. I introduced that game to other people because I said, this is a game you guys may like. I don't like it, and they loved it. They love Seven Wonders. The pass and play thing gets me every time. And a lot of people don't mind that. In fact, a lot of people love that. I will, when it's in the rules for setup to pass and play, I tell everyone, here's the rules. Do you want to play by the rules or do you just want to pick 4 random ones? And they're like, we'll go with whatever you say. I said, I don't want to do pass and play. I don't know why. I just don't like it. But Seven Wonders. And the thing is, though, you try to get one card. You're like, okay, this is the strategy I'm going with. And then you got 4 different. Like, none of these cards match up with this. So I guess I'll go with this. Oh crap! If I would have gotten the last 2 cards, I would have had a good strategy. I'll go, and now I end up with 4 cards or 5, whatever it is, that do nothing for me. And I mean, I suck at the game too. Okay, that's another reason. But that one and Ticket to Ride just never got into. And I wanted to. But a game that plays a little bit better than Ticket to Ride, even though I don't have it anymore, was Urbania. It's like Ticket to Ride, but you're developing. It's very cheap. It's from Mayfair. You're developing a city, and the only thing that it let one, I mean, it gave Ticket to Ride vibes, but my friends loved it because it was Ticket to Ride vibes, and It's hard. The tiles are already colored on the back. It should have been black and white, undeveloped, and you flip it over, it should have been colored. But it's
Right.
kind of a little bit of color on the back and a lot of color on the front. And still, you're kind of looking around the board like, wait, what's been developed yet? That's my only one complaint. But I enjoyed playing that one for a while. That's okay. That's okay. Thank you. Like I said, you were on a short list with 3 other people. I said there's only because I've had a friend from Dallas, a friend from Phoenix, you, and another buddy from Florida. Those were the 4 culprits I had. I said one of those guys did it. I didn't know. I didn't want to just start sending out messages, but I knew my wife didn't do it. But thank you for that. With 7 wonders, you need to be flexible. I understand that. Now it is true, Michael. I probably suck at the game, but yeah. Ticket to Vibe. Yeah, I know. Me saying that. Sid Saxon. Do you have a Sid Saxon game you love? Sid Saxon is Can't Stop, I believe.
Acquire.
Can't Stop. Acquire. That is another one I have never played.
Oh, I've got the bookshelf version over here. So one of the older ones, but
I love. And you know what? I regret it. The 3M game.
Yeah,
I passed that up at a
like
flea
a
market.
Yeah,
It was not expensive. I mean, that game is pretty expensive, but it was only like, I don't know, like $30. I mean, decent price for the game. And I was like, oh, I should pick this up, but I didn't. And that was back when I was still getting into games and stuff, and so I didn't pick it up. And my favorite 3M game is Mr. President, a really cheap one to get, where the box turns into a ballot box, and you're throwing.
Oh, that version. I've got the Mr. President, the big giant. Well, it's right there. That is not
okay. That is a brain burner.
Yes.
I have never played that. I looked at. Oh man, I wish Bernardo was here because I shared it with Bernardo, and I said, "Look at this game," and I said, "I want to play it, but I think my brain would melt."
Well, first of all, you have to have like an 8-foot table just to spread it all out.
Yes, it's so big.
But
and I mean, you're dealing with the economy,
yes.
Foreign policy. I mean, there's switches and movement and charts and everything you got. I mean, it is Mr. President, but that's a bold game.
Right. I do like. I played it twice, and it takes forever. I've won or survived once and got kicked out the first time I played. But
kicked out of office.
You were something like I failed one way or another. But it actually, I think it was a nuclear thing. Like I let one of the nuclear states get all they needed to blow us all up.
That's great. See, I love that. Did you hear what he just said? And that's what ended the game. I was like, wait,
that ended it.
Yes, it is that detailed.
Yes.
But to be honest, I got rid of Mr. President because my election game that I love so much now, play it all the time, is Campaign Trail. Obviously, we're in the middle of a presidential election, which is always when these games are going to come to the table. Like now, everyone's requesting to play the Trump game. Now everyone wants to play the Campaign Trail. So now those games are getting more traction in my gaming group than they usually do. And I understand Campaign Trail is getting more plays this year than it will for the next 4 years. Okay. But I've even played, I don't play many games solo. I played the game solo. It is super hard. It's challenging. I shouldn't say hard. It's challenging.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about, and I may do a board game gab about this. There's something about solo games that it's hard to find the perfect balance in a solo player, because sometimes I feel like the solo player is unrealistic. Meaning, like in Campaign Trail, he was taking so many in the game. You can take a lot of big actions, but eventually you're going to have to recoup your funds. You're going to have to, and you may have to do it once or twice. Now, you don't do funding more than twice because then you're losing out on getting votes.
Right.
But you've got to fund. Well, every card was saying he's doing this. He has unlimited funds. But the fund cards just got shuffled, at the bottom of the deck. I was like, there's no way someone would take 5 action turns this back to back to back. Like, they have to do one funding. But it just so happened that all the funding cards were at the bottom or something. And then another game, he funded, just because of how the cards fell, he funded 4 times in a row. No one would do that.
No.
No one, and they're right. I've seen someone do it 3 times just because they're working for Power 5. 4 times, dude, you're so far behind at that point. You've lost so many votes. Everyone's, it's area control and it's fine. So everyone's kind of building up, and there's no way, no matter how much money you have, it'll be super hard to catch up at that point. That's a stupid way to play. And that was the only game I won because he kept getting funding and taking a turn off. I was like, oh, good. Because every time he does that, that gives you some breathing room. But
speaking of area control, have you played any of the chip theory games? Like they have
no,
one
I know the ones. Which ones?
Cloudspire in particular is area control.
I have not, but that one looks interesting.
They're all super high quality. We don't play that one as much, but we play Too Many Bones a lot, and it's a co-op or a single player.
Bernardo, did you hear that? He plays Too Many Bones. Bernardo loves Too Many Bones.
Oh, I really like it. I don't know if he's still in the chat though. He's hadn't been.
I don't know if he is, but he got the big all-in Uber thing. I think it's Too Many Bones. That's a dice game, right?
It is
dice building game. Yeah, I think he has it. If you like dice building, the one I love is Dice Forge. Have you played Dice Forge?
No, I don't think I have Dice Forge. No,
that's a good one. Johnny Reno asked, "Have we played Manhattan?" I have not. Have you?
I don't think I have. No.
I know the game, but you would consider, Manhattan could be a modern classic. It's a little bit, falls under the radar. I do have a few games that was like a early, I want to say it was a late 90s, early 2000s, when board games were just developing, Catan's coming up and all these games that was breaking away. We were basically seeing an evolution in board games. One of the games I have like that is called Darjeeling. Darjeeling is a wonderful game that came out early 2000s and stuff like that, and it's so much fun. My old gaming group had been looking for a copy for years and finally got one as a wedding present. Someone grabbed them a copy of it. But Darjeeling, Goa is one that I have that I've enjoyed. Goa is a spice game. Looking up, my shelf is over to the side. I've had to, ever since I moved, now my gaming shelves this is the place that's right next to a plug. Everything else is against this long wall.
You can't
all
see
the way down there. Yeah, you can't see everything spot on, but
what are the giant ones on top?
Okay, the giant ones on top. This is here. Let me get up. I gotta put smear up anyway. Okay, so this one is all my zombies. This is a big box for Zombies, the board game that got me into board gaming.
Oh, wow.
This is the big box for Firefly, the Kickstarter that just came out. This is the Colossus edition of Glenn Drover's Mosaic.
Oh, right.
And do you have the base one? Or
no, I've seen it.
Oh, man. We just played this about a month ago or whatever. My nephews love this game. It is so much fun. Very easy. And then behind that, all my big games are over here. Twilight Imperium's over here. The big box for Wingspan is up here.
Oh, yeah.
And then the big Carcassonne big box. But I took out the insert because it wouldn't fit all the other expansions. So now it fits everything. All the promos, expansions are in there. But these are too big for the shelves here. And then this one fits in the Kallax shelf perfectly. It's that Foundations of Rome.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Game. It's a simple game that looks really incredibly beautiful.
Yep.
I'd say midweight maybe game, But those are my. Yeah, that's all I mainly keep them up here. This is just some extra minis for the original game of Project Elite, which I can't get rid of. I got 2 versions of Project Elite because now rats move that thing. I got 2 versions of Project Elite because I still love the old version and the new version. I love them both. But yeah, those are all and I don't have many big boxes, but that's it. And I have 2 empty spots on my shelf, and that's for Marvel Multiverse, Marvel United Multiverse.
Yep.
Which is coming in, I guess, in July. But have you played Marvel United?
Yeah, it's over here somewhere. I'm not seeing it, but I have. I don't have the newest one. Oh, they're on the bottom. Oh, they're under Galaxy Trucker. So,
Yep. Yeah, and Johnny, I will bring it out, but it's basically just all in one big box. It's a mess. I put it in bags, and the thing is, the only way, because I had to get rid of the insert to fit everything in there. Everything fits fine, but I put it in bags. Each individual one is bagged, and I keep thinking about this. I need to get the little piece of paper and slip it in the bag to tell me, expansion 11, expansion 12. But you can look. That's the thing I love about Carcassonne, because every even the promos have a special, little indentation or watermark on the tile to let you know which expansion it goes to or which promo it is. And I love that. I love that. But I'm not, those custom inserts that you have to put together. I can't. I'm too dumb. I can't do that.
The broken token things.
Yeah, I know they look nice and everything, but and maybe one day, if I was ever smart enough to cut the wood myself, I could make my own little carcass, because you can make a good. I bet I could make a good Carcassonne, expansion. I used to make little dividers for my comp books back in the day. I buy the long boxes, and we ran out of those dividers, so we would get cardboard, cut it out, and we'd glue. We cut out pictures from a Wizard, and we glue those superheroes onto the ones. But that superhero was the comp book. So if it was Batman, it'd be a bunch of Batman things on it. And we did that all the time. So, but this is a little bit more. You got to make the shelving just right for the tiles and everything. And I'd like to maybe do that, but I'll be honest, Johnny, I'm not going to do it. I can tell you that's probably nothing that's going to be high on my list anytime soon. I would love to have it organized. I love the organizer that they had in the big box, but unfortunately, the big box doesn't have enough for all the base expansions, much less all the promos. So I had to toss it. The insert, because if it gets too cumbersome, I'm not gonna use it. That's good. White cardboard boxes, yeah. How am I doing in strat? Oh. No, you lost this year. I'm one of my favorite games, Kelly, is Stratomatic Baseball.
Yeah.
I've played it since I was a kid, still love it today. And now I've gotten to where it's just my game. I all my friends, all my family, you are in the game. You are in the game. You're in the game. You're on a team. You're playing a position. I copy from old Stratomatic cards I still have. So I copy the stats to simulate a real game. And I play a whole season, all drawn out. And right now, Bernardo, you did not win. My team, for the first time in 3 years, got a World Series ring. I'm so happy. But the thing is, though, when the draft season comes, I make sure that I draft last, and I do draft the best players for the worst teams. So there's just kind of like a balance. And I don't. At first, when I was a kid, of course, I wanted my team to win every time. I had an all-star team. I had all the best players. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I don't want to win every time. I want it to be, more fun. So I broke apart my team, and we lost forever. And every once in a while I'll make it to the playoffs here and win one. I'll win one here and there. And like I said, for the past 3 years, hadn't won one, but I was happy. I didn't care because I wanted to be a little bit more fair. But this year we did get a championship, thank goodness, because we got wiped out last year in the postseason. I mean, like 4 straight, didn't even win. But yeah, big Stratomatic. And so Bernardo's trolling me because you're not an MVP. No, you're not. You struck out every time, I think, at the bat. I'm kidding. Look up Ball Buster. Well, you know what? If I Google that, my wife gets pissed at me later on. Let me see. All right, here you go. Ball Buster. Nice. Oh no, it brings up a picture of my wife. That's so mean, Johnny. Why would you do that? No, I'm kidding. Here we go. Ball Buster game. Here we go.
I've not seen
no. I know this game. You're talking about. Yeah. Okay, that's the big one for you lately. All right, I know that game. Anyway, okay, so a question we got off track, and that's my fault. You were talking about a game that you don't win as much, but you enjoy.
Oh wow.
I know we interrupted you on that when you were looking through your.
I forgot about that. One I don't win as much. I do enjoy.
While he's looking through his collection, I'll give you another one. Can't Stop. That's it, Saxon. Yes. And I truly cannot stop. Any push your luck game, I'm probably going to love, and I'm also going to lose because I can't. I always push my luck.
So here's one: Merchants and Marauders. I really like it. You know, you're a pirate, but you don't have to be a pirate. You could just be a trader. And I usually play it with the two boys, and one of them always wants to be the pirate, and he just goes around sinking us
Yeah.
all. He usually wins. But I do like that. It's sort of like Merchants of Venus in a way. At least it has some of the same ideas, but pirate ships. Um,
Oh, that's awesome.
and so I do like it though. And it's an older one. I think they might be reprinting it, or maybe they have. It's one of those that,
I think it may have gotten a reprint because
yeah,
I'm familiar with the game. I've never played it, but I'm familiar with the game.
it's one of those that for a while it was really hard to find, particularly the expansion for it. And now it seems to be it's not that big a deal to find it.
Okay, I got another question now that you said that. What game has an expansion that you must play with, in your opinion? Like,
Ooh,
I will never play the base game again. It has to come with the expansion.
expansion game. You have to play the expansion.
Yeah, you're like, nope, I will never play base game again. From now on out, every game I play has
Well,
to.
the Orleans game. I really like the expansion, the invasion expansion over the base version of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That is an expansion to it. Did you get the plague,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
new expansion that came
Oh
out?
no,
Yeah,
no, no, not the new. No, no.
yeah. It's the new one that just came out.
No.
Um, I I just got it. We'll do a review sometime. I don't know. I'll do a review sooner rather than later on it. But I played it once, and so far, and I like it. But the problem with, and it's okay. It's a little bit more. Bad things are happening,
Yeah, the sound.
obviously, because it has plague tokens. But the problem with me is I have upgraded this game to the nice, you know,
Yeah, the wooden.
hard plastic, tokens. I don't use the cardboard tokens anymore. I hate the feel of the cardboard tokens. So we played it once with cardboard. No one liked the cardboard tokens. It
Huh.
wasn't the game; it was just the cardboard. I'm hoping BGG will come out with the geek bit upgrades for it, and if so, I'll probably play it more. But the thing is, my opinion of it may be jaded because I'm used to playing with quality components, and I'm a snob when it comes to cardboard. The
Like,
game was fine. It's fine. The expansion was fine. I think it's right up. Hold on. Here it
yeah,
is. Capstone came out with it. This is it. The plague.
yeah. So there are upgraded tokens. I just don't know how you get them.
What?
Well, I'm looking at BGG, and some people have upgraded tokens,
Wait.
and
Shut
they
the
are.
fuck.
They're the wooden, the thicker ones. But
Oh, that's the ones I want.
I don't know if they made them. Well, no, this person 3D printed theirs and stuck the stickers on them. Or
That sucks. I want that. Hold on. Let's see.
oh, so this person made their own.
Let me see if that
Huh.
geek. Oh, there it is. Someone say geek up bits. Of course, one of the discussions there.
Yeah, that would be, even if it's a good idea.
Oh,
Not that.
see, a lot of people threw away their cardboard chits. Yeah, I had to go into the attic to get mine,
Yeah,
and I put them back up. So the game will not be played again. I'll be honest. The plague will not be played again until they upgrade it.
yeah,
And so everyone's saying the same thing here.
yeah. Because it's a lot. I think a lot of people had like the first edition of it had the wooden or the cardboard. At least the one I have had that, and it wouldn't be the same to play it. I mean, you draw it in the bag and all these little cardboard things. That's not the same as reaching in the bag and there's a bunch of wooden tokens in there.
Yeah, it doesn't feel the same. You're right. It doesn't feel the same. And that's what everyone here is saying. Everyone's either making their own. Oh, wait. The plague bits should be available by the end of the year, is what they said on BGG. So here's the thing. It's kind of funny because this game has been out for so long, everyone's upgraded it.
Oh yeah,
It's a
yeah.
great game. And so now you came out with a game, sadly, that uses the original cardboard. No one wants that anymore. I don't want it. And I'll be honest, I will not play the Plague again until the Geek Bit upgrades come in. And I'll buy those immediately. And I think the game is fine. It comes with a different event deck.
Oh, okay.
I introduced Plague tokens.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, fun. I'll do a review on it in the next couple of weeks. But At the same time, I want the Geek Big upgrades before I just include it full Monty into the expansion. But yeah, but I love Orleans as is. I mean, that's a game that still, in my opinion, has not gotten old. I remember when I first found out about it, the guy goes, "Oh, it gets old quick," and I went, "Really?" Just because at that point it had only been out for a few years, and here we are, 5 years later, 6 years later, I'm
Yeah,
still loving the game.
yeah,
Still loving that game.
really good. I
And,
like
and
it.
it's not the same because of what tiles you get, because of what strategies out there, because of what you pull from the bag. You got to work with what you get.
Yeah,
So the game has a lot of variety, and as you said, you can play co-op style.
yeah.
Mine would be my number one would be viticulture. I will not play the game
Oh,
without Tuscany.
yeah.
I mean, the base game, I played it once in my entire life, loved it. Played it with Tuscany and went, what were they thinking?
Just
Tuscany should
throw
be
that
in
in. I haven't played with
every
Tuscany.
version. And so I will not, I introduced the game with Tuscany. I will not
Yeah,
play base video. I would probably say no to base viticulture even because I think Tuscany is that good.
I haven't played
So
that one. I played Viticulture and I like it, but I haven't played it with any expansion.
you'll never go back. You'll never go back. Tuscany breaks up into 4 seasons with more actions, with more choices and everything, and just enhances the game.
Yep.
You have another spot called statues or something. I can't remember. Where you can build up your own stores or whatnot and have your own little personal player areas to do certain things in the game or get victory point. You can get like a few victory points out of it too. But it's so much fun. And there's different ways. Like you don't have to sell wine to win.
Oh yeah, ultimately. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Johnny in the chat brought up Bus from Splatter. That I, it's just such an expensive game. You can't find it as far as I know, unless you just already have it.
yeah, a bus. I just wouldn't. I think didn't who reprinted that? Did
Oh, is it a
Capstone Games? Hold on. I found it somewhere. I was looking at something. Yeah, Capstone Games. You can pre-order it. They're doing
Oh, they're
a
doing it now.
complete edition. You can pre-order on their website. Now, I'm guessing it'll be out for everyone.
Right.
Regular retailers will get it, but they're reprinting it so that more people can have it. I've never played it, and here's the deal: if I'm dropping that much money, Johnny, if I'm dropping that much money, my man, I got to play it. I hear good things.
Oh yeah.
I did get rid of Food Chain Magnet
I was gonna say they
because
just started that one. I think
what?
it's in Kickstarter right now.
Yes, they did a reprint, thank goodness. But I sold my old version not because I wanted the Kickstarter, but because that was a game. I love the game. It is such a table hog.
Mm-hmm.
It takes forever to put out, and you talk about analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, my friends just sat there forever. It's an all-day game. I'm like, no, come on, get to the strat. And I get it because there's so many choices, especially with the catch-up mechanism, which I love. I love because the base game. Have you played Food Chain Magnet?
No, I'm not. I've watched somebody play it, but I
Yeah,
haven't.
the base game is great. It's as great as it looks. It's good, but you have to control marketing. If
Yeah.
you're losing the marketing war, you're going to lose the game. Hence, they made the catch-up mechanism expansion, which says, okay, if you fall behind in marketing, you can still win the game alternate ways.
Yeah.
And that was great. But guess what? It included another billion ways to win the game.
Yep.
And now you're just sitting here going, and everyone's paused. I'm like, oh guys, come on, please. And I love the game and I loved it, but I got so irritated every time we brought it to the table because it takes forever to put out, and it's just too much. It's too much. So it is very cutthroat. What Bus is, so is Food Chain Magnet. You can get cutthroat with your advertising. Like Kelly, if I'm selling hamburgers and you're selling pizza, that's fine. But if I start advertising in your area pizza, no one or no hamburgers, no one wants your pizza.
Right.
They're driving halfway across town to get my burgers. And now you've got to change up your strategy or get your marketing to be better than mine. And the thing is, though, it's just hard to because if you fall behind your marketing, you're going to lose. But now with the expansion, it kind of breaks that mold, so you can win different ways, which was good. And the reprint looks really nice.
Yeah,
Looks really nice, but
expensive though.
I decided, yeah, and not that I'm against an expensive game. I mean, shoot, I got Foundations of Rome for crying out loud. I can't say anything. But the thing is, I'm getting just a little bit more, since my gaming group has kind of died down a little bit, and it's my like if anyone doesn't know, Kelly and I have been planning on playing forever, and I'm the one that's the hold up here now because the missus is in one right now. Newsies is happening right now.
Yeah.
Today, all day today and tomorrow, and the first premiere was Friday night, and then she's jumping right into 101 Dalmatians. So,
oh wow,
it's like I'm not getting a break right now. So, all day is babysitting. The babies are down right now. I got to go wake them up, I guess, and feed them. But they woke up at 6. We went to the park this morning. Just got back. They were so tired.
Oh, yeah.
So at 10 o'clock they were crying, boo-hooing. So I laid them down, and I came up here, and now I guess it's time to go wake them up and feed their faces. And I hear my girls downstairs, but I think they were watching. They're playing Barbies probably. But yeah. But anyway, we're gonna get together. We're gonna play. I know we're gonna play Dark Tower, which is what Bernardo really wants, and then I'll bring my Escape, and we'll team up on some Escape. So we're gonna do some fun. We're gonna make it happen. Next time we're gonna have maybe Johnny on here. What's this? He said, "How about the game Super Game?"
I hadn't heard of that.
No, I'll look it up. Super Game, the board game. Hold on. Super. Is it one word? Oh yeah, it popped up there. Never heard about this. This is an older game, I see.
Yeah.
Comes with a gun, which is always nice to see. This is a French game? I'm looking at a French copy. Look at that. I've never seen this. It comes with a silencer. It's it's one of those little dark sticky guns.
I've seen dark things. I've
never heard of this game. Are you shooting the pictures maybe? That's interesting. Never heard of it. I'll have to check it out. But anyway, as I was saying,
yes.
our game time is yet to come. But I will cut it off there because I'm going to go feed chilling. Kelly, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe next time I'm going to have Bernardo on here too.
I know, at the same time.
At the same time. All right. Well, folks, thanks for watching Vintage Voltron. We'll be back in another 4 months. I'm kidding. I don't know. We want to get this. Bernardo and I keep talking, and it's my fault. I'm the one who's the busy one. I don't have much time to stream much anymore, but I do want to do more of these. These are fun, as any time talking to the 4 people who watch these. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful Saturday, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.